Well, hello and welcome back to the Tao Manifesting Tarot, the most innovative tarot reading on the internet. It is a special flavor, a special taste. This is not your typical tarot reading, it's much deeper. It is a metaphysical experience, not simply a tarot experience. Now, how do I accomplish this? Well, first, I do the 3 card read. That's all I use is 3 cards. What it does is take the energy from all those 3 cards, distill them into one frequency, the tarot frequency, the manifesting frequency. That's your essential energy. And the idea is to be simple, clear, and direct. I've done tarot for over 20 years, found from my experience it produces or predicts nothing virtually. And very often the tarot readers that I have seen and heard are more interested in telling people what they want to hear as opposed to what's real and honest. They're going for approval, not for good, solid, useful manifesting information. So they'll throw out 10 cards, 20 cards, 50 cards, 100 cards. How the hell are you going to make sense out of that? We go to 3. That's it. That gives you the energy signature. That gives you the big picture. No fantasy, no unicorn, no rainbows. I don't do any of that stuff. It is the matrix, your matrix revealed, because tarot equals manifesting. Literally, tapping into your tarot frequency is human kryptonite. So, from my experience after 20 years, tarot is the science of your potential, your tarot transmutation. We put it in front of you, say, here's the energy. You want to use it or not? Well, here's another area where tarot readings get weak. Okay, so we give you the energy. What the hell are you going to do with it? There's no guidance, there's no advice, nothing. Here's the energy you figured out for yourself. Well, that's not going to turn out very well. People tend to be negative. People tend to say positive things, but they don't believe them. So, because of that, their underlying belief system is the tarot energy they tap into. They get nothing and they go, see, I can't manifest. Yeah, you can. You're just doing it negatively. So I want to take this tarot energy, this transmutive energy, and I want you to tap into the potential. Is it going to change your life? Well, for some people, yeah. Most people, not a big change, but it will begin their movement to transmutation. You got to get off your ass. You got to move. You got to do something. You can't just sit, wait for it to come to you. However, our reading today talks about following the cosmic current, the fates. There is a strong element of fate in our lives. And we're going to take a look at that and how you can use your tarot energy, your potential to manifest. And you can help swim the cosmic current, so to speak. Okay? Now, again, here we do. We got the tarot energy very distilled, very focused. You know exactly what the energy is, but you give no advice. We do. I will either do the astrology numerology, which I've done for over 50 years. They're the science of cycles within cycles within cycles, teamed with tarot, the science of potential. It's powerful juju. And if I don't use the astrology, what I'm going to do is take what I call moments in time, little snapshots of life around us right now, because what that does is give you the flavor. And what I want to do is give you the frequency and the flavor. I want you to go, okay, this is my potential in this set of circumstances. It's really important. I mean, let's say, for example, maybe you have a day off and you want to go outside. Is it going to rain? Is it going to be hot? Is it going to be sunny? Is it going to snow? Are we going to get a tornado? What do we anticipate? It will affect my energy as I get ready to go outdoors. So it's the same thing here. Same thing here. So either we're going to do the astrologic stuff with the numerology and astrology, or we're going to do the current information. Either way, you get a feel for the cosmic environment. I'll call it that. Okay? You get the appropriate background. So, knowing the repetitive patterns, you not only know your energetic destination, but what it's going to feel like when you click in to your spiritual kryptonite. Again, remember, tarot is the signs of potential. You can say yes, you can say no. That's up to you. My advice is if the energy resonates at all, stick your toe in the water. You never know where it's going to lead. Amazing things can happen when you take that first step. So, we will begin our energetic journey in just a moment. Remember that today's reading is Follow the Cosmic Current, your fates. Going to talk about that when I get to the astrology part, but let it be said that I can take a newborn child, do a chart on their birth chart astrologically, and I can plan out their life. I can't plan out the fine detail. I mean, I suppose I could if I had some super duper fantastic computer, but there's cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles within cycles within. You get the idea. It's crazy. But I can hit the high spots, low spots. I can talk about your character or lack of character. I can talk about your integrity or lack of integrity. I can lay it all out. You just been born. How the hell did I know? That's fate. The tarot stuff comes in and says, okay, I am here now. What am I going to do with it? How am I going to make the best of it? How am I going to grow? Or maybe I'll just plain refuse. I'm not going to grow. A lot of people make that decision. Let's get to the cosmic cycles today, kind of an explanation. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. What we have to do here today, huh? Amazing stuff. We are looking at the idea of fate, what all of that can mean. Sometimes you just have to let go and go with the flow, so to speak. But you don't have to give up your identity. And in doing so, if you give up your identity, you're giving up everything. John Lennon of the Beatles said, life is what happens while you're busy doing other things. And it's true. You will be amazed. People who are 20 are going to go, that's crazy talk. That's great. Talk to somebody who's 50 and ask them how fast their life passed them by. A blink of an eye, they're going to tell you. A blink of an eye. So life is busyness and just stuff happens to you. You run the rapids. The idea is if you're going to run the rapids, you got to stay in the boat. That's what the tarot is all about. So sometimes you got to go with fate. It's your destiny. It's why you're here. You have something to do. Avoiding it will only make things much tougher because you're supposed to live through this. You're supposed to grow through this. You're here now. Using your manifesting power and fight through whatever your destiny calls for. You're going to be stronger, smarter, much more satisfied than you think you can be at the moment. It's amazing. People go through tough times, ass-kicking times. They come out the other end battered, beaten, and bruised. But if they survived, baby, 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 are they proud of themselves? Because conquering self is the single biggest victory. Yeah, I just want to remind you, I do have an email, tau-tarot@proton.me, tau-tarot@proton.me. Feel free to write anything, really. I'm not super sensitive. You want to make it happy, great. You want to make it positive, great. You want to make it negative, great. It doesn't make any difference. I want the communication. I'm reaching out. tau-tarot@proton.me. So again, we're talking about following the cosmic current without losing your spiritual identity. And truth be known, climbing in that canoe, running the rapids of life, that's one way that you're really going to make your ability to grow much greater than you'd ever realized. Why? Because this is all about manifesting. That's what tarot's about. Remember, it is potential. It is your potential. You are free to say yes or no. Destiny, not so much. Destiny, fates, they put you here. There's something or some things that you need to learn. If you utilize the tarot, use the astrology, combine those two, you know what's ahead of you. You know how to prepare, pretty much. You're not going to cover all of it. Believe me, life has surprises. But it's your ability to manifest from your spirit that is your kryptonite, and you cannot forget it. So again, how we do this? Tarot, power of potential. Your ability to transmute by manifesting the energy. Again, it's optional. You can say yes, you can say no. The astrology, not so much. The astrology kind of rolls in. It's the fated part. It's the cycles that we keep living through. You know, you hear people all the time go, well, history repeats. Yes and no. It is the astrological cycles that keep repeating, and the energy keeps passing through. Now, you don't get the same dose, you don't get the same exact frequency every time, but you get close. For example, Pluto, Uranus were in specific positions in the sky when we signed the Declaration of Independence in 1776. 2 years ago, they were in exactly the same position. Okay, 1776, we were declaring our independence. We were trying to grow a democracy or a republic, something like that, give people more, a better life, more freedom and responsibility that goes with it. A couple of years ago, same thing. You're going to take responsibility for your life, or you're going to let the government tell you. You're going to let business tell you what you have to do. If you do that, you've given up everything. And we're looking to evolve still. Oh, and by the way, Civil War, we had Pluto not involved. This time, though, we had Neptune involved with the planet Uranus. Same, they weren't in exactly the positions they were in the Revolutionary War, but they were in different positions and set positions. Guess what? They came up just this year. Neptune, Uranus, revolution. So we have Pluto's energy, evolution. We have Uranus's energy, evolution, and revolution combined together. What do we got? Take a look at the world. This is exactly what's going on right now. No, it's not the same as 1776 or 1860. No, it's not. But it is. And at least you know you have to step carefully. That's why this is such a powerful, powerful combination. Astrology and tarot. Can't beat it, not even with a stick. Let's get to the moments in time. A little piece making news today. How about something called Project Esther? Have you ever heard of it before? Well, public documents filed with the U.S. Foreign Agents Registration Act, that's FARA, confirmed that Israel is funding a social media influencer campaign that includes paying U.S.-based influencers up to $7,000 every time they post. Of course, the message is approved by Israel. News of the campaign emerged just after Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu met with American influencers in New York just last month. He says, we're going to put this together every time you do it, every time you go to the internet, 7,000 from Israel. Well, actually, we give them the money and then they use the money against the United States. Israel first, you know. Project Esther. Did you know that? Well, now you do. Let's move ahead to the meme of the day. Real simple. The evidence from the beginning, although denied, from the beginning, Israel was involved with 9/11. Not surprising if you take a look at the history of the United States and Israel. Go back to the, what was it, 1960s, late 60s? USS Liberty, where Israeli troops fired on a U.S. warship, doing their best they could to destroy it and kill everybody on board. It didn't happen. It's the only reason we know about it. What the hell is going on? They're our best friend. Friends like that, you don't need enemas. There's no question about it. Let's move on to the missing link, tying it all together. The world's largest mass murder event did not require a single gun. It's COVID. The numbers are coming in. In fact, you're going to notice if you ever listen to TV or radio, life insurers are dropping rates. Pretty heavy duty. Why would they be doing that? They're going to be nice to us? Are you serious? No, they don't give a damn about us. But what they are doing is they are noticing the people who count, and believe me, people insurance companies count, more and more people dying earlier and earlier. Numbers adding up. The latest study, which was a meta study of over, I think, 90 research groups, number of people killed by the COVID shot, not COVID, COVID shot, 80%. Millions. And they're still pushing this stuff. They're still pushing it, and people are going, yeah, yeah, yeah. You know, this is what we're talking about. The whole thing here is about fate. It's about the cosmic current, following the cosmic current. You live in a time of dishonesty. You live in a time of immorality. You live in a corrupt time. Are you going to surrender to it? Or are you going to ride in the rapids? It's your choice. Stay in the boat, run them. I'm telling you, it's the only way we're going to win. So, the world's largest mass murder event did not require a single gun. Yes, you can always vaccinate, but you can do it later. Just research. Because once done, you cannot undo vaccinate. Okay, take charge of your life. Take responsibility of your life. Let's go to the tarot. Five of Pentacles. Talk about taking responsibility. This is a prime card for that. You see two people walking in earlier versions of the tarot cards. They're walking in front of a church. The five pentacles in the window, that means the lights are on. There may or may not be somebody there, but the church is open. These people who are poorly dressed, they're handicapped, it's snow, it's cold. They could walk into the church just to stay warm. They could spend the evening sleeping warm and comfortably, not so comfortably, but you get the idea, on a pew. They at least could be warm and safe. And, priest, nun, somebody stops by, maybe gives them dinner, maybe gives them breakfast in the morning. But they're not worthy. People who choose, as I just said a moment ago, not to do their research, their homework, and get vaccinated or do anything the government tells them or business tells them, they're the Five of Pentacles. Nah, I don't deserve it. You'd be amazed how much psychology is involved in that. Next card is the Page of Cups. Pages always change the storyline. What makes it better for these people at the Five of Pentacles? They respect themselves. They love themselves. They value themselves. Because if you don't do it, no one else will. You set the standard. You don't respect you. You're that Five of Pentacles. I'm not worthy. Then you're not worthy. You're allowing fate to dump you down the drain. The idea with fate is to stand up, to face whatever you have come here to accomplish on a spiritual level and do it. No, it's not going to be easy, but boy, satisfying. Talk to somebody who's faced the tiger and won. At least they stayed alive. Nothing like it. Final card is the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands says you're going to fight for your self-determination. You feel like a piece of crap. Five of Pentacles. You decide it for one reason or another. You know what? I'm going to stop that. It's not going to be easy because it's programmed, but I am going to start to value myself a little more. And by inch, by inch, by inch, by inch, you get to a point where you say, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to stand up for myself, whatever the cost. I am here for a reason. I don't understand it. In the 3D, 5D, I did. I'm going to reconnect. I am going to hang on. I'm going to swim or canoe the rapids. Stay in my boat, stay above water, keep fighting. It's not going to be easy, but I'm going to transmute that tarot energy. It's my destiny. Yes, it is. Very much. So that's it for the time being. Thank you very much. I know it's an investment in time. You can't buy more time with more money. It ain't no more. Whatever your time is, that's fate. It's whatever your time is. So between now and the next time you and I get together, do a little bit of tarot, please like and subscribe. It's hugely, hugely, hugely important. And I would like to have that opportunity to continue to do this with you. Going to go through some changes over the next week or two, but hang with me. I think it'll be fun. Tarot, astrology, teamed up. Yeah. Tao Manifesting Tarot. Between now and the next time you and I do this thing together, peace and blessings.